Jean's contract Christian, Diddy's son, was recently warned by his former bodyguard about the dangers he would encounter since, according to sources, Christian was responsible for releasing Cassie's video, which supposedly aided Diddy's legal issues and final jail.
This record that King Combs came out with, where he was coming at 50 and coming at everybody, coming at his dad, like, how you feel about that record?
Well, first I want to say to this young man, before somebody take his head off, because see, that's that new school bull crap that these kids out here, they easy to fly out their mouth with that. You don't invite a man to your private. You don't invite a man to your private unless you doing the Diddy. If two men lay down, how many homos get up? Let me tell you, young man, 2 of them. You understand? So don't invite a man to your private, because that man will see you and take your head off. Especially somebody like 50. You don't send or let a boy do a man's job. I don't know if he need that type of attention or he want that type of attention. Evidently he do. But 50 is the wrong dude that you want to do that type of attention, get that kind of attention from, bro.
Indeed, it appears that Christian may not be overly worried about his father's predicament. I have 27 years of law enforcement experience, and I had the chance to visit Haida, a location where the state, federal agencies, the NYPD, the Department of Corrections, and the state police are all present. This location could be half of a basketball court, where they have lines of computers with officers from all different backgrounds and officers simply on the internet. Whoever is in charge of that case, don't you know that they noticed that and brought it to their boss just 2 days after attending his father's court hearing on serious charges? In a video posted online, Christian King and his girlfriend Raven were seen having a good time. The Love You Better rapper seemed to be having a good time with Raven as she showed up at the fun panel on Saturday, Music on Music. You can view what's happening in the building here. I'm not able to dance like the M-lady in the music industry. Christian and Raven, his girlfriend, were seen kissing one another while dancing with companions who just 2 days after Christian and 5 of his 6 siblings attended their father's court appearance. Christian confidently declared to the camera that he had the sexiest lady in the world. Diddy, the founder of Bad Boy Records, is being charged with grave offenses. Additionally, there was his mother, Janice Combs, who publicly defended him and called the accusations a public lynching. Despite pleading not guilty, Diddy was refused bail for the 3rd time and entered the courthouse via a side entry while dressed as a jailer. A trial date has been set for May 5th.
And she was 25 years old at the time. She believed that the trip would be a, quote, wholesome family excursion, but says it, quote, turned into a hedonistic environment, even describing rampant drug use amongst sex workers and celebrities who came on board. She believes that the alcohol on the yacht had been laced with drugs because she says women would have one drink and then almost immediately pass out or start falling over. This is, by the way, something that it was also alleged in Jones's lawsuit, that Combs would spike the drinks of different people. But focusing on Christian Combs, Markey says that Christian Combs had been staying at a villa on the shore, but that he would come onto the yacht in the evening to party. And on December 28, 2022, Christian reportedly arrived very intoxicated and then proceeded to pressure Markey to take shots of
Grace's lawsuit. Christian Combs allegedly pushed her into drinking shots of tequila, which she believes may have been tampered with, and then got hostile toward her once she arrived on the boat very inebriated, according to Omar K. The lawsuit also claims that producer Rodney Learod Jones, who was aboard the boat, captured hours of video purporting to show Diddy and his employees engaging in unlawful activity. Markey is said to have said to Christian, "Pardon me, don't touch my legs like that. I'll move my legs where I want to. If I want to do this, then I will." Mary goes on to add that she informed Christian that she couldn't remain with him until a supervisor gave their approval. Because everyone would be sleeping, she used this as an escape. Christian asked, "Who can I talk to?" "I'm going to say I requested you right now," according to her. Mary goes on to add that she replied with a quotation, "You may remove your hand from my ass for the first time." Omari claims that she attempted to return to her job, but Christian saw her again and asked her to find him a place to spend the night. As a result, she took him to the yacht's movie theater, doubled as a place for people to sleep, and she says that's when Christian blocked her, groped her, took off his clothes, and tried to force her to have oral sex with him. She says she was able to fight him off until someone came in. The lawsuit continues by saying that Omari told the yacht captain what happened the very next day, but he didn't believe her and didn't conduct any kind of serious investigation. She claims the captain retaliated against her for months after the alleged assault before firing her in May of 2023 now. Aside from her story and the possible other witness, the person who allegedly witnessed this, what evidence is there that this occurred? She allegedly has pictures of the bruises she claims were caused by the incident with Christian, but Mr. Blackburn, Mr. Jones's lawyer, has not returned our calls, so we have been unable to present this evidence to him. Holly continues by saying that we will take all necessary legal action against these ludicrous claims, and those who make them are the lawyers for Universal Music Group, one of the defendants in Rodney Jones' lawsuit against them for allegedly participating in and facilitating the trafficking and abuse. According to Jones, the lawyers said the allegations were so blatantly untrue that one of them, Donald Zacharin, wrote that a license to practice law is a privilege. There is a lot of back and forth that we see here and there, but to be clear, Diddy and his son are facing our accusations. They haven't even been criminally charged. These are civil lawsuits, and no judge or jury has found them liable at this time. Mr. Blackburn's plaintiff's attorney has abused that license to self-promote gratuitously, falsely, and recklessly, accusing the defendants of criminal behavior. With additional startling information about him and his family lately coming to light and 6 more lawsuits being brought against him, this discovery has grown to be quite serious. He is still incarcerated. Gene's contract, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, has openly expressed his opinion that Diddy won't prevail in the trial.
2025, that's when Diddy trial starts. How do you feel about it, man?
I think if their lawyer got that off, they did a great job, because you got to realize some of these cases, even you get regular drug cases, they be taking a year or 2 years to go through all the paperwork, everything they want to do, how the guy weighed out, getting the witnesses and everything together. I think the lawyer thinking that they're not going to be able to give them discovery and enough discovery in that short of time, because the prosecutors are not going to present anything to the court that they think they can't prove. You understand what I'm saying? So the prosecutors is going to try to, go through everything. And that's a short time, brother. That's less than May? That's less than 7-8 months. You talking about 18 businesses. You talking about they got, I think they say 170 witnesses. You understand? They got 1,000 bottles of oil they gotta test. Allegedly baby oil that they gotta test. And I said allegedly baby oil because that's what the prosecutor said. Alleged baby oil. He didn't say baby oil, he said alleged baby oil. So that means that it may be something, or some of those bottles wasn't baby oil. You talking about victims and their statements and presenting them to the courts.
Given the tremendous evidence allegedly against Diddy and the rumors that he may face further charges, Gandil thinks the prosecution's case against him will be so compelling that Diddy should be ready. I think that they trying to beef up their case, bro. They going to continue to beef up their case once they continue to dig and get stuff. Once they continue to dig and get more stuff from the business part of it, they're going to use those charges, because if he did anything that was illegal. Regarding tax evasions, money laundering, they're going to use that if he had used his company and his power for the racketeering and things like that, so they can get the RICO Act on there. They're in the midst of ongoing legal tensions. The narrative surrounding Holly and her allegations against Christian has intensified, drawing significant public interest. At the heart of this unfolding drama is not only Holly's personal account, but also a potential witness who claims to have seen the incident in question. This witness, whose identity remains undisclosed, adds an intriguing layer to an already complex case. The presence of such a witness raises questions about the credibility of the claims being made and invites scrutiny into the nature of the evidence that will ultimately be presented. Holly asserts that she possesses photographic evidence documenting the bruises she claims resulted from her encounter with Christian. These images could play a pivotal role in substantiating her allegations, providing a visual testament to the alleged physical altercation. However, the path to presenting this evidence has proven difficult. Mr. Blackburn, the attorney representing Mr. Jones, has yet to respond to inquiries regarding the case, leaving Holly and her legal team in a state of uncertainty. The absence of communication from the defense team raises questions about the willingness to engage with the claims being made and may complicate the legal proceedings moving forward. Holly's steadfast resolve is apparent as she discusses her intentions to pursue every possible legal avenue to address what she describes as ludicrous claims. This statement underscores the emotional weight of the situation for her. She views these allegations not merely as an isolated incident, but as part of a broader narrative that threatens her reputation and personal well-being. The stakes are high, and her commitment to seeking justice reflects her determination to navigate the legal landscape in a way that aligns with her truth. The interplay of evidence and witness testimony is crucial in cases like this, where personal accounts can be challenged or supported by external factors. The legal process often hinges on the ability to present compelling evidence that resonates with both the court and public perception. As Holly prepares to take further legal action, she and her team must consider not only the strength of her own narrative, but also how they can effectively counter the arguments that may arise from Mr. Jones's defense. As this situation unfolds, it is essential to understand the broader implications of such allegations in the public eye. Allegations of this nature can ripple through various aspects of life, impacting personal relationships, professional careers, and public perception. For Holly, the challenge extends beyond the courtroom. It involves reclaiming her narrative and addressing the potential fallout from the accusations that have emerged. The role of the media in shaping the narrative around this case cannot be overlooked. Coverage of high-profile allegations often amplifies public interest, leading to heightened scrutiny of the individuals involved. This attention can be a double-edged sword. While it may provide a platform for Holly to share her story, it also invites speculation and judgment from the public. As her legal team prepares for the next steps, they must navigate not only the legal complexities but also the social dynamics at play. In conclusion, the case involving Holly and Christian presents a multifaceted situation that raises important questions about evidence, witness credibility, and the implications of public scrutiny. As Holly remains steadfast in her pursuit of justice, the interplay between her personal narrative and the legal process will be critical in determining the outcome. With photographs of her alleged injuries and the potential testimony of a witness, the groundwork is laid for a compelling case. However, the lack of communication from the defense adds an element of uncertainty, highlighting the challenges that often accompany legal disputes of this nature. Ultimately, Holly's determination to combat what she sees as ludicrous claims will shape not only her future but also the broader narrative surrounding the allegations against Christian.
You called Diddy a demon over a comment he made to Nipsey. What made you say that? Like, what's the backstory behind that?
But bro, I didn't say he was a demon. I think I said that you gotta watch what you say to these demons. And I might have put him in the same category. But I didn't per se, he's a demon. Now he's done that I projected, I see that demons does. When I seen him pick up that dove, and a dove supposed to be that of new beginning in life, and the dove fell to the ground straight like it was dead. The day we did that, he did that ritual in the park before he went to trial with Sean. Bruh. And I'll tell you that story if we talk about Sean. If we talk about Sean today, I'll tell you that story, all right? How about that? Now don't go figure out something to talk to me and ask me about Sean. Yeah, but if we talk about Sean, I'll ask that. But what you was asking me is that, listen here, man. I did not know Nipsey Hussle. I knew of him and the positive things that he was trying to do out there in his community. The music that he was putting out.
The legal storm surrounding Sean Diddy Combs is intensifying, with growing speculation about the potential charges he may face. According to legal expert Gan Deal, the evidence allegedly mounting against the hip-hop mogul is substantial enough to warrant serious concern. Deal predicts that the prosecution's case will become increasingly robust, suggesting that Diddy should brace himself for a challenging legal battle ahead. As the investigation unfolds, it appears that authorities are keen to bolster their case against Diddy. Deal believes that prosecutors are likely to dig deeper into his business dealings, which could yield additional evidence to support their allegations. I think they're trying to beef up their case, Deal notes. Once they continue to dig and find more information, especially from the business side of things, they're going to leverage whatever charges they can. Central to the prosecution strategy could be allegations of tax evasion and money laundering. Should evidence surface indicating that Diddy utilized his companies in any illicit activities, these charges would significantly strengthen the prosecution's position. The potential invocation of the RICO Act, a federal statute often used to combat organized crime, could complicate Diddy's legal predicament even further. If authorities can establish that Diddy was involved in a pattern of criminal activity connected to his business operations, they may pursue racketeering charges, thereby broadening the scope of the case against him. The unfolding narrative suggests that any new developments will be meticulously scrutinized and incorporated into the prosecution's framework. They are going to use every bit of news that can empower their case, says Deal. As long as they disclose this information to the defense team during discovery, they will exploit it. This indicates that the prosecution is not merely focusing on existing evidence, but actively seeking new leads that could turn the tide in their favor. Fighting a legal battle from behind bars presents unique challenges, especially for someone like Diddy, who is accustomed to a life of power and influence. This deal emphasizes the difficulties faced by defendants in such situations, noting the overwhelming volume of paperwork and the requirement to manage their defense under less than ideal circumstances. You have to realize they only get access to their lawyer for a limited amount of time, he explains. Typically, it ranges from 2 to 4 hours, and that can vary depending on where they're being held. This limited access can hinder an individual's ability to effectively prepare for their case, especially when it involves navigating complex legal documentation and responding to the myriad claims made against them. Moreover, the psychological toll of incarceration combined with the pressure of mounting legal challenges can weigh heavily on defendants. The stress of dealing with the emotional ramifications of their situation can lead to a sense of isolation and helplessness. For someone like Diddy, who has built an empire based on creativity and self-expression, the reality of prison life may feel particularly jarring. In addition to the legal challenges, there is also the significant impact on Diddy's public persona. As a high-profile celebrity, he has spent years curating an image that resonates with fans and industry peers alike. Now, faced with serious allegations, the perception of his character is at stake. The fallout from these accusations could reverberate throughout his career, influencing everything from business partnerships to public appearances. Ultimately, as the investigation continues and more evidence emerges, Diddy finds himself at a critical juncture. With the potential for severe legal repercussions looming, he must navigate the complexities of the judicial system while also managing the fallout from public scrutiny. The road ahead appears fraught with challenges, and the stakes have never been higher. For those watching from the sidelines, the unfolding drama surrounding Diddy serves as a cautionary tale about the fragility of fame and the intricate web of legal entanglements that can arise from a seemingly glamorous life. Whether he will be able to successfully mount a defense against the allegations remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the coming months will be pivotal for the music mogul. Since they already have one witness for the sex trafficking case, which is all you need, and since you only have one witness for the trafficking case, even though she may have participated, it will be difficult for him to prove his case in jail. However, that's what happened when you were sleeping, so you don't see any way he gets out of this, bro. I would bet whatever I had that he has no chance in hell of getting out of here. Fight that one kid. Gene's mention of Diddy's own son having problems lately is also intriguing, especially in light of the numerous theories that Diddy has allegedly had disputes with artists he didn't agree with, some of which even suggest he may have helped arrange harm against well-known people like Nipsey Hussle.
I want you to mentor me, you know what I'm saying? Like, Nip had no ego. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me. You know, I want to get into real estate. I want you to teach me all your, you know what I mean, like your business secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap. So a lot of people don't know this. We got them to change it. In Wikipedia, somebody over at the label tried to leave my name out, but he came to me and said, I want you to be a part of helping me finish up this album. And so I was a part of not just the records I was on with him on his last album. He was like, yo, I'm a big fan of like Life After Death. You know what I'm saying? And I know you got like that vibe, but I'm bringing like that vibe. Like my stuff, it has a West Coast sound, but it also has a bad boy sound. So I felt like, yo, I really need you to come and help me out with this. So that's why I have so much footage of us in the studio, because like the last 5 days of him finishing the album, he came to me and said, would you come on as one of the executive producers? And man, we had just started really getting extra close and tight. And then, you know, everything happened. But
given the tremendous evidence allegedly against Diddy and the rumors that he may face further charges, Gan Deal thinks the prosecution's case against him will be so compelling that Diddy should be ready. I think that they're trying to beef up their case, bro. They're going to continue to beef up their case once they continue to dig and get stuff, once they continue to dig and get more stuff from the business part of it. They're going to use those charges because if he did anything that was illegal. Regarding tax evasions, money laundering, they're going to use that. If he had used his company and his power for the racketeering and things, like that so they can get the RICO Act on there. They're going to use that. Any new news that can make their case powerful and they could present it to the court, they're going to use it. As long as they give it to the defense team and the discovery, they're going to use everything, but it's going to be difficult for Puff to fight his case in jail. You know how hard it is to fight your case and go through every last one of those victims, or whether he know them or not. All that paperwork he had to do. You got to realize they only get a lawyer like 2 hours, I think, any work from 2 to 4 hours, and maybe on certain days depending on where you. Since they already have one witness for the sex trafficking case, which is all you need, and since you only have one witness for the trafficking case, even though she may have participated, it will be difficult for him to prove his case in jail. However, that's what happened when you were sleeping, so you don't see any way he gets out of this, bro. I would bet whatever I had that he has no chance in hell of getting out of here. Fight that one kid. Jean's mention of Diddy's own son having problems lately is also intriguing, especially in light of the numerous theories that Diddy has allegedly had disputes with artists he didn't agree with, some of which even suggest he may have helped arrange harm against well-known people like Nipsey Hussle.
They claiming that she was harassing a female about getting an abortion who was pregnant with Diddy baby. You heard about that?
Well, I don't know why she would be named in the lawsuit for that unless she did something that was illegal. Based on what you're saying, I don't think what she did was illegal. But then I do know that she had a beef with one of Diddy's girl, which was Gina, and they was talking about that back and forth on the internet with each other. Or somebody had posted some of the language and the verbiage between them two when she was saying that telling the girl Gina, if Diddy told you to eat my box, you would do it. So that was showing me that Diddy has some power over both of these individuals. And she was out there being threatening and talking to the girl crazy, and the girl was talking to her crazy,